Okay, we live. Okay. What we talk about today?
Um, P Diddy trial, top cam view, and weed news.
Okay.
Doing the music right now is just me sharing out. I'm gonna just share out the content.
All right.
I'm sharing it to y'all just in case y'all want to share it to somebody else. I'll be liking these instrumentals in the beginning, especially just like this one. This thing's some motivation.
Why you don't do that no more? Remember how we used
But
to get on there and put the instrumentals on? We would just be rapping, just saying crazy shit. Why you don't do that no more?
because I went too far into politics, I lost the fun in what we used to do. I can honestly say I stopped having fun and I took it too serious.
What?
Actually, me,
How's the situation with you and your roommate coming? How's the situation with you and your roommate, bro? No, I got you. I got you. I was talking about caveman, but okay.
bro, he followed me on TikTok, and I see him in my profiles. I see his views, but I don't talk to him, bro. Not until you admit that, even though you didn't steal my stuff, but he can't admit it because he be posting playing a video game, like kid stuff, bro.
He still be following you? That's weird. That's weird.
He just like he not gonna admit the truth. You know what I'm saying? I admit any truth that needs to be saying. Like, you know, like I try to get $100 for it. Yeah, you try to ask for $100. At the time, I didn't have it. I went a whole month and a half with no paycheck, and during that time is when the time that you want to start asking for money. You didn't ask for no money any other time when I had money in my pocket. You wasn't asking. You waited till I was going through a situation with my job and whatever was going on, whoever hacked my account. Now you want to start asking for money. Almost done, brother. Oh, it's a lot of share outs. I forgot about the share. I thought about inviting him up here one time, but I don't know. I just feel like that's just a waste of an effort. He's not gonna come, and then I don't want to get into it on the show like that.
Three signs your car accident is worth major compensation. If you've been in a car accident recently, there are
Okay, y'all burn live, y'all marijuana keeping y'all connected, hashtagging these red eyes, changing the viewers eye red, keep it underage, smoking on social media, definitely killing me self for your entertainment, sitting here with friends and family, starting a cannabisation. Welcome to another Burn Live show. James, the Lone Star State Madden, will be back in a second, just having a little technical difficulties. Just having small I've been having technical difficulties for a minute. I do appreciate everybody coming through. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever time you're watching this. I do appreciate that people actually do take the time out to come watch the show. So I know y'all out there watching. we look at the algorithm. Algorithm says 85% of people that watch my show is not subscribed to me. So please hit the subscribe, like button, do all that YouTube, Facebook thing that you're out there to do. Shout out to my Birdline family. Shout out to my cannabis conservative family. Uh, yeah, man. Give a good shout out to y'all. I do appreciate all the hard work that y'all do. And I do believe it's hard work to come in here and sit with me and
My,
deal
my phone
with,
keep overheating, Capiche.
oh, so what's it must be hot out there.
No, it's this charger I'm using, man. I don't think it's the right wattage.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be short wattage. You need a thicker cord. You have an updated phone?
No, it's this charger I'm using. It's probably too powerful. That's why it's overheating. It ain't the right one with the phone. It's this charger I'm using. It's probably too powerful.
Okay. So, like I said, today we were gonna go over the P Diddy case. We went over yesterday trial 1 and trial 2, and basically it was just the small stories that was coming out. 2 people hit the stand yesterday, gave testimonies um, about Diddy, and the testimony was mind blowing.
Still no Allie Carter. She's still MIA.
Um, in one article that we heard yesterday, she's in protected custody, and they didn't bring her
Oh, so
name.
she is. Oh, okay. So she is alive.
Yeah, I wish Marie was in here too, because she was like, "Yeah, we heard a guy said that it's a secret witness out there that's in protected custody." So I'm gonna say it like this,
That's
James.
got to be
We
her.
assumed it was her.
Yeah, it
You know,
probably is allegedly.
you know what I'm saying? Because yet again, we didn't get no. They didn't name drop, so we don't know.
Well, it must be serious if they had to put her in police. It must be serious they had to put her in police custody. I mean, witness protection. It must be serious.
It gotta be. And the simple fact too, I do remember that P Diddy was getting in trouble for taking people's phone calls in jail. That boy was in jail racking up minutes.
He can afford it. He can afford it. He still got money. He still got a little bit of money in the bank. He ain't broke.
That is true. That is true. But you using it for how you using it, I guess it's like you're not supposed to do. Well, it's against the policies. I want to use the word
Really?
right.
He ain't never been locked up before, Mike. This is first time ever in life getting locked up. Puff Daddy ain't never seen no jail in his life because he always had the money to stay out. You know what I'm saying? So him not knowing how the phone things go is just another example of him not knowing how jails work, and he's trying to use his money to influence the rules in jail. You know what I'm saying? In his favor.
Okay, let me narrow this down to today's updated news. I wanted to bring up
Where 902
first
at?
The Breakfast Club, because old girl when she runs through the story, she goes through it fast, but I can't find it. So I think I'm bringing up CNN coverage.
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you
Because
get
I
advanced
think
AI
that's another
capabilities,
thing that's weird
more
about it.
customization, more
It's the
time,
different
and more.
coverage.
Today, I was in court for Cassie Ventura's
I think
second
that's the
day
main thing that I want to show is just the different coverages.
inside courtroom 26A in Lower
Who that?
Manhattan.
Angela Yee.
The
Who
jury
is that?
saw for the first time direct material from these so-called freak-offs.
Excuse me.
Okay, today's word of today, outside of what I've been through this morning, is freak offs.
Word of the day.
Freak offs. Well, okay, before we go further, how long y'all think this trial gonna last? A couple of
All month.
years? A year?
No, it
say
ain't
it.
gonna last that long. Just about the
Ooh.
rest of the end of this month.
I say to probably to December. They're gonna drag it out. How long
Nah,
is that YSL case?
Diddy got to
nah,
drag it out because that's the only way he gonna win is he
they
dragging
ain't
it
gonna
out.
drag it out. They ain't gonna drag it. It's gonna end. It's gonna be done by the end of the month, man.
Mm.
Boy, I ain't never known no trial to go that fast.
I known a lot of trials that go real fast because they got all the fucking evidence and the jurors. And I'm gonna tell you what drags when they be trying to deliberate. You know they can't have no hung jury. That's what makes the trial last long. It be the jury. It don't be all the other stuff. It be the jury trying to decide whether they're guilty or not guilty, or is hung or not hung or whatever. That's what decides the fate. I mean, that's what decides the time length of the court, the jury.
I just want to say hi, everybody, because I ain't seen y'all in a couple of days. Camera been off and all type of stuff. Okay, so I will bring this video up and let's get into it.
Hey, you might be
Today
right
I
though,
was in
Mike. You
court
you might be
for
right
Cassie's
because as of right now, they ain't got no jury selection yet, as far as what I know.
No, the jury selection is over with. They're done. They're on
Oh, they
day
already got it.
3, but today's day 4 of the trial.
Okay,
Technically, all like a week ago was the jury selection, and that lasted 2 weeks
right.
of 136 people. The trial had to go over jury selection.
for a second day of disturbing testimony against Sean Diddy Combs. In Inside Courtroom 26A in Lower Manhattan, the jury saw for the first time direct material from these so-called freak-offs that she says she was forced to endure. In just a moment, we'll go through everything that happened with my team of legal experts and court insiders. But first, let me bring
That's what I really want us to focus on these next couple of days is getting all these so-called top-notch lawyers and breaking down what they say and their opinion versus what we see and hear too. Because you know what I'm saying, we can get the same information and see something different. So I do want to expose some of these panels on her because I know we're gonna hear something that's gonna be super controversial. That's not gonna make sense. I can just bet my money on it.
you inside of this courthouse. You know what it feels like. I mean, the jury had a whole night to process the disturbing details of these freak offs that were laid out yesterday with the eyes of Cassie Ventura. The graphic details, the alleged abuse, the drug abuse. Today, they didn't have to use their imagination, though. It got real in that courtroom today when the jurors, not the public, not the press, when the jurors saw still screenshots from these freak offs. There was something so uncomfortable about the moment. Watching the jurors see something so raw and so personal in a courtroom full of eyes and full of opinions. Cassie was the most emotional we've seen her. At times, even reflecting when she heard the words come out of.
This is an example right here that I'm talking about, y'all, where she's describing the courtroom, but she's making a narrative where we supposed to feel sorry. No, and I understand we shall feel sorry for a person, but I just want to know the facts. And this is the main reason why people like us do not believe mainstream media. Because listen how
Yeah,
she telling the
because y'all
story.
want to try to make it like she was just such the victim. Okay,
But
okay.
that ain't what
True
say that
indeed.
ain't what we heard yesterday, huh?
Listen, true indeed. She was a victim, but she was a willing participant from the start. You know what I'm saying? It was just, oh, you got tired of it. You know what I'm saying? When enough was enough, or you didn't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Or you wasn't getting the me time you wanted. Because she clearly said that too. That was the only time she felt close to him.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm always keep bringing that up that all this happened because you felt like you wasn't getting no quality time from him. So I would love for the jury or the defendant to ask like, what is your definition of quality time? I would.
mhm.
Oh my God, I would love that.
of her mouth, saying things like, I can't believe I dealt with that. And you got to understand, these aren't gigantic courtrooms. Cassie and Diddy are not at opposite ends of a football field. They are feet from one another. And the only thing between them really are their lawyers.
With over 80 years of experience,
police.
Troy Nolan is engineered to go after pests like there's no tomorrow. And for them,
Yeah, but what does that matter that they're feet from each other? Like, what? This ain't as the world turns.
Emotional, you know.
Yeah.
And even though all eyes were on each of them, I don't think they ever looked directly at each other.
That part. Now, remember what I said yesterday, how they talked about that, but then you see this one drawing. You see one drawing of her literally gay, like, bro, like you said, it's a small courtroom. Who cares who looking at who? Get to the facts and what they trying to prove. They trying to prove that this man did this as a empire, and I'm gonna keep highlighting that word because that's what we're trying to discover.
Mm-hmm.
Was this an empire or was this pleasure?
Mm-hmm.
Not when she walked by him, not when she was testifying, not when at times she broke down sobbing, remembering how she loved him and just wanted him to say sorry for the things that he had done. Now, when she talked about not wanting to live anymore, or her opioid addiction, or lying to her mother about the abuse, or when it started, or the extent of it, the audience was shifting uncomfortably.
Sorry ain't gonna fix
Sometimes,
nothing.
so did she.
Sorry ain't gonna fix nothing. I seen that yesterday too. When she texted him about saying sorry. Are you sorry? No, he's not sorry. Do you think if he was sorry, he wouldn't have been stopped? He's not sorry. He don't care.
The man left you on a yacht, on somebody else's yacht, and went to a Grammy Award across the country. Y'all was in Florida. He went to Cali, LA to a music festival thing and left you. Yes, you made it, but he left you. What sorry got to do with he leaving you?
Sorry. It's not enough sorries in the world.
But then she's looking at it like he's so important that it makes sense of why he left me. He had to really go do something over there.
If
He
you
got to go.
and y'all came together, y'all leaving together, you should have been at the award with him, right?
I would think.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Sometimes so did Diddy. Much of Cassie's testimony today
It's funny how they show all that gray hair and Diddy head.
She went through. She testified about having to hide under a toilet to get away from Diddy.
Okay, y'all. Only reason I'm paused because I really want to ask this question: how do you hide up under a toilet? I done seen a lot of bathrooms. I ain't seen a toilet that big. I ain't seen a bathroom that big.
You curled up and got low back up under there?
I'm finna ask my roommate real quick. Sir, have you seen a toilet big enough to hide up under? No? Okay, so my roommate hasn't seen a toilet big enough to like hide under? She literally said, I used to go in bathrooms hiding up under toilets. Probably as a kid. Oh, she's an adult with Diddy. Oh, Diddy probably got, you're a freaky boy. Yeah, but bruh, somebody Google the biggest audience. If y'all seen a toilet that big, please put in the comment how big. I need to know.
Revealed getting a gash by her eyebrow after he threw it into a bed frame in front of her friends. She said she got stomped in the face on the floor of Diddy.
In front of her friends or his friends? Thrown into the bed frame.
In front of her friends.
Front of her friend. Them not your friends. Them not your friends.
Oh, they was just hanging around, waiting to get their turn to get freaked off.
Ooh, throw me. Throw me, Diddy.
Look, give me some UTIs.
Them not your Bruh, you trying to tell me I'm your friend? I'm finna watch him throw you in front of a bedpost?
We not gonna jump him. I don't care if you are Diddy.
And I ain't gonna lie, this picture, am I pointing the right way? This picture, like you see the age difference. Like, boy, huge age difference. It's like she just came off of Nickelodeon. Boy, James? Or did I hit the right thing? Oh, nah, my bad.
She said she got stomped in the face on the floor of Diddy's Escalade for the duration of a ride home. And she claimed throughout their time together that she felt, well, powerless to make the choice to escape. Now, to make her point, Cassie talked about going to a hotel when Diddy beat her after a party in Los Angeles. She said she didn't want to stay, but felt she couldn't leave. She testified, quote, "It was not safe. I didn't have the resources I needed to get out and move, to get out and not have anybody stop me." You know, Cassie went on to say, I understood Sean's capability.
So she couldn't call Suge Knight people?
She wasn't cool with the West Side. She ain't
I
have West
would've-
Side
Suge Knight's
connection.
locked up anyway. Suge Knight's
Look,
locked
she
up.
ain't
He
have
been
West
locked
Side
up for a while, bro.
connection.
That's true, but I still would have called Suge, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call the enemy of my enemy.
I'd have been like, remember you
No,
said,
hold on. Let me say that. I'm gonna call the enemy of my lover.
remember you said if I don't want producer dancing
But then
all
you
in
should
this
have called
video,
50. She should have called 50, not
that's
Suge.
who
You got
she
the wrong
should have
person.
called.
You should have called
She
50.
should have called 50.
I didn't
That's
think
who I
Not
about
would have
Suge.
that.
called. I would
Okay.
call
I didn't
50.
think about that at all. Y'all right. Y'all right. Okay.
See, you messed up, Cassie. You could have been up out of this.
You could have got Ja Ruled.
His access to guns, and the threats that he made prior to that. Cassie clarified her testimony from yesterday as well, saying that there were times that she did try to fight back or even initiated violence. She testified she did so earlier on in their relationship, but she quickly found out it could backfire, telling the prosecutors, quote, that it could escalate the fight more and make it worse for myself. When the prosecutor asked what she meant by that, Cassie said, quote, just make them more violent, make them stronger, want to push me harder in that situation. You know, Cassie also described the leverage, that's the word she used, leverage Diddy had over her. She said that leverage came in the form of blackmail, those videos specifically of the freak-offs. She testified that Diddy threatened to release them when he got angry. Cassie said, quote, one time I dated someone else, and that is what it was all about. I'm going to put out 2 embarrassing videos of you. He just wanted to hurt me. Now, Cassie's direct testimony is actually now over. The defense, though.
Do you want your videos to look like this? Well, in just 14 days, we've taught all these people how to do it. Our program,
They're going to get their chance to cross-examine her and go into the details again tomorrow morning. I'm going to begin with CNN entertainment correspondent Elizabeth Wagmeister, who you and I have been bosom buddies in this court. We've been sitting next to each other, watching it all go down, and you have a unique perspective on all this and the coverage you've been doing. Talk to me, though, about the scope and of the violence and the intimidation that she laid out in court today.
Yeah, Laura. So as you said, her first day of testimony yesterday really focused on these freak-offs. Today focused on the physical abuse, the domestic violence. This was the first time that the jury saw photographic evidence of the injuries. You mentioned this gash on her eyebrow. We saw bruises all over her body, a black eye, a fat lip. I want to walk you through just some of the instances that Cassie brought up when she testified today. One time she said that she and her girlfriends, they went to Prince's party. Yes, the musician Prince. Diddy was there. He didn't know she was going to be there. He got angry and she said, quote, he beat me up. She said that after they broke up in 2018, that he raped her in her living room at her home. She also said that it wasn't just her, that one time he held one of her friends over the balcony on the 17th floor of her apartment in Los Angeles and hit another one of her friends with a wooden hanger.
And she lost.
I'm your friend. I'm your
Again,
friend, and I'm getting beat up by your boyfriend.
again, we ain't jumping him. We ain't. What's going on
Hey,
here?
listen, y'all.
Nobody's
There,
selling.
hold on. There's stories. Hold on, y'all. There's stories on YouTube where people actually took like the story she just told, and they turned it into a like an animated, like a cartoon, like a little animation. And I seen that. Exactly what she just talked about. They turned it into a cartoon. All of the stories that coming out of Diddy, some dude took them and made them into like a cartoon, so you can actually visually see it.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, and that one in particular where she was just talking about her friend that he held over the balcony. That's one of the stories, and he did that in the cartoon. He beat her up too. It was all because they wanted to go. They wanted to go somewhere, and Puffy was like, "Nah, y'all gonna stay here." And then the friend was like, "Nigga, you don't owe me," and it went from there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I actually seen the car. Y'all can look it up. It's actually a cartoon of that story and all the other stories that Diddy done did to women and Cassie, where he held her over the balcony, scared her to fucking death, beat her up, held her over the balcony, and then turned around and said, "Bitch, you better not say nothing, cause I'm fucking Puff Daddy. If you say something, I'm gonna fucking kill you." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I
See,
hope,
Ain't
and
I
that
hope, I hope
ain't
whatever
that
happens
ain't
to
that like a
him, I
womanizer?
hope if he did all that stuff allegedly, then I hope he get exactly what he deserved because
a
you shouldn't
womanizer,
be doing
a
no stuff like that
manipulator.
to people, let alone to women anyway. You know what I'm
He
saying?
is
So
the
if
power.
all that is really true, he should get exactly what he deserved: life in prison.
It's the power. That money. Money, power, respect.
I really want to know where he got that from. Like, who taught him that? And I don't want to know. Like, I'm finna go to this person and teach him. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be taught
Oh,
by
I
him.
landed
I'm
the plane.
sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I just want to throw that in there. That all those stories are cartoon stories that we can pull up and see in real
Well,
time.
if you find it, send it to me, sir. I appreciate it. But yet again, whoever mentored it, P Diddy need to be locked up too.
Capiche? Where the hell he go?
'Cause
He's
You got
here.
you got mentored into this type of lifestyle.
But who was his mentor? What's his name? Tommy Mottola?
Tommy Mottola, I heard it. I heard of that name. I'm not sure, but I have heard of that.
I think that's the dude that's over them.
Yo,
Friendship. That was our best friend, but
You talking to us, James?
the show's over?
No,
Is he
we
talking,
here. I guess his connection was bad because
bruh? His
he didn't see you.
It's like he went blind.
17 years she described, and then they don't communicate any longer. I'm curious to see how the prosecution might develop those connections a little bit more fulsomely. But also, she was dating somebody who we know, in the music world is Kid Cudi. He came up today.
He did. So Kid Cudi, he is a rapper, and him and Cassie dated about 15 years ago. It's when her and Diddy were in a rough patch of their long-term relationship. Now, this actually first came up in Cassie's lawsuit. You remember she filed back in November 2023. That's what started this domino effect of the civil allegations against Sean Combs. Now, in her lawsuit, she alleged this, incident that she said where Sean Combs found out that she was dating Kid Cudi. He got jealous, told her that he was not happy about it, said he wanted to hurt both of them, and that he wanted to blow up Kid Cudi's car. Well, according to the lawsuit, and now according to her testimony today, we heard it from her for the first time, his car did blow up. And I have to tell you,
Clive
around the
Davis.
time that our lawsuit came out, Kid
That's the
Cudi
name.
actually confirmed this to the
That's
New
the
York
name.
Times, saying it's all true.
I mean, the expanse of what we heard today, what the jury is hearing today, this is before the cross-examination. But one thing that they ended on in her testimony, and direct, of course, the prosecution wanted to get out. Why she was choosing to testify. And I tell you, people were leaning in at that moment to see what she would say. Why?
This was a really powerful moment, Laura. As you said, she cried today more than she ever had. Cassie revealed towards the end of her testimony that she was suicidal, that years after her breakup with Sean Combs, that the relationship was just clouding her mind. She got flashbacks and she wanted to take her own life. Thankfully, her husband stepped in and helped her. She said in February of 2023, she went to trauma therapy. And this is what she said about why she chose to take part in the criminal trial. I want to read you her exact testimony, Laura. She said, quote, "I can't carry this anymore. I can't carry the shame, the guilt. The way I was guided to treat people like they were disposable." She's referring to the male escorts there, Laura. She continued to say, "What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong, and I'm here to do the right thing." That's how her testimony ended today. So a very powerful note. And to your point, you said this just a few moments ago, now the jury went home. They are sleeping on that final note before cross-examination starts tomorrow.
We have breaking news in the federal sex trafficking trial of Sean Diddy Combs. Prosecutors have finished direct examination of Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. At one point today, Ms. Ventura became tearful.
So you wait. Now, she was saying how he had that leverage over her head about the tapes. Everything was, I was going to release these tapes. So how was y'all able to break up and get away from that? Did he just decide, hey, I'm going to release you? Or how did that work? And he didn't release the tapes. So
I think my opinion is her release really wasn't a release. Is I got bored of you at this moment. So this is my chance to escape. This is where I should have ran. This is where I should have did wherever it needed to do to, you know what I'm saying, move to a new relationship, a new whatever. Because it, from my understanding, it doesn't sound like it was easy to get away from Diddy, unless you was a guy.
It was just like, then after it was just like, okay, I'm done with you. Next, bye.
But it really makes you want to. It does make you want to hear when a male testify. Like, I know we heard bits and pieces of the escort guy, but I now I kind of want to hear these other males and like, what did y'all see? Because this stuff seems like it was out in the open. You know what I'm saying? Yet again, her friends were around, so yet again, that's in the open. You know,
and nobody saying nothing. Nobody.
Especially the dude, like, hey man, come on, man, chill out. I don't have a career out here for you to mess up.
Exactly. And I'm more detrimental to you because I'm a male escort. You called me here, you're paying me. Like, I don't know. Nobody wasn't. Listen, unless that money was just worth it, that they, you know.
Yeah, this is why LeBron James got called out. Now, this is the only confrontation that's behind LeBron James ever, because LeBron James have been seen at multiple Diddy parties. But yet again, like this, he has not spoken out against Diddy. He has not said nothing, but he'll speak out against any other wrong that's happening out here in America. But this one, he has not said not a whisper.
He don't want to get outed. Then they did come out with something he had on a maid's outfit or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna just say,
I don't know if that was AI, so I ain't going.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I tend to. I look at it. I look at situations of how does it hit the media. You know what I'm saying? If it just stays like at a local level where it doesn't hit mainstream, and if it doesn't hit mainstream media, then nah, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Because that's mainstream media, fashion show of the week type of thing or something. Like, come on, like, no, LeBron in a dress out in public for real, like how they try to say he was.
Yeah,
bro. Come on, stop. But I have seen photos of stuff that is close to that nature with him and D Wade back in the day. I'm say close to that nature. I'm not gonna. Yeah, you know.
I do feel
So
bad for Cassie, you know, to an extent. She's a beautiful woman. And I do feel like Diddy took, you know, some good years from her. I don't know. I'm glad she, you know, I hope this is a release for her. Like she said, you know,
like
she can get behind all of this and
where's J Lo?
move on with her family. You know,
So
she
he
got
didn't do this to.
kids
So
there.
so J Lo was cool with this, or you didn't do this to J Lo?
But look, J-Lo, Carisha, like, and Carisha is just like, I'm with it. I'm with everything. And she tries to reel women in for him too. So some is with it, some ain't. You know, they call J-Lo J-Ho. So we don't know what, you
See,
know.
I didn't know that. See, no, that okay.
Jenny from the block. You don't know about Jenny from the block?
Okay, I know about Jenny from the
So,
block because yeah, but yet again,
yeah.
there's a how can I say this? I'm gonna say it the opposite direction. You know how people on the East Coast don't know too much about Nipsey Hussle,
Right.
right?
Right.
So his fame or whatever his movement only went so far,
Yeah, it's
and
like,
then you know what I'm saying for his right. J Lo, okay, yeah, we all thought she
Her
was
too.
beautiful, but the people that know Jenny from the block, that them rumors didn't go that far. Like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't hear
Oh, okay.
everything.
Well, East Coast, they know Jenny, she done been ran through. Look at how many husbands and she's from the Bronx.
See, we
So
don't that's the key part right there. Y'all be like, she from the Bronx. Man, stop playing. I know people from the hood too, and I understand that speculation. But yet again, it is hard to say that I don't know the Bronx, I guess. That's the like preferred way to say it. I don't know the Bronx. So therefore I don't know what type of
they tend to okay. So let me just fill you in real quick. So like Bronx people, they tend to say the females from the Bronx are dirty, like real trashy, like hence Cardi B, what's that other little Tatiana? What is her name? Ice Spice. Like they tend to get bad, you know, bad rap sheets. So like people from Manhattan, Harlem, Washington Heights, you know, they are tend to be known more for their dressing, for their hustle. Brooklyn people, they more ratchet. Like, you know, like every borough got their own little thing to them. So Bronx don't got a good rep. And at one point, Bronx had the highest count of AIDS in the US. So then it went to Georgia. So yeah, that's how
you
that
know
goes.
who just to help people out, I'm gonna bring up this other video real quick because I think this is like the perfect time to bring up Miss Jaguar.
I love her.
I found I think this is the perfect time to stay on subject, but move somewhat from that to somebody that's a little bit more informational in the industry
Mm-hmm.
who took
Cause she tells it. Cause she was in
yeah
it. No.
yeah she took the Cat Williams. I'm glad Cat Williams, you know what I'm saying, took her up under his arms and it's like, look, I'm finna show you what you need to do because the industry is like blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. She all the time she talk about what they did to her and how they try to have her out there.
Oh man, I done broke down some of her videos. I wish this AI thing how it was back from my older videos, and I can redo them.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact with all the videos that I have done and making them some into shorts, I would have went viral on some of this stuff because I know I done said some outlandish stuff that done caught people off guard. Listen, matter of fact, about this Diddy case, because when it first came out, people was like, back when other people was coming out the blue and making up stories.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that was happening for a minute, like it was just back to back. Somebody knew, and everybody was trying to get the money, and I was like, shit. If I could remember a time that I was in a room with Diddy, I'd be up there too. Stop playing.
Yeah.
They were like, you bruh. And I was like, I'm live. And just like I'm telling you now, I'm live. I would have told everybody that Diddy touched me, rubbed me down with oil and everything. Yeah, he did it.
Look.
I almost liked it, but then I told him no.
Then I didn't like it.
Then I didn't like it. He went too far.
He went a little too far.
He touched my underwear. I told him to touch my man nipples.
That's just like the girl. I don't know what this girl had came out and said that I think Diddy and Jay-Z raped her or something. It was some young girl.
Straight up.
But a lot of people was like, we don't believe that. We don't believe that because of this, that. And I'm telling them, like, listen, because of her age, that's what it was. Because I think she was like 12 or 13. And I'm like, in New York, I'm sorry, but I was that age getting in the clubs. Okay. So it could happen. You dress, you looking grown, they'll let you up in there, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I used to work in a club, and I do remember at a time where, unfortunately, you know, hey, I'm trying to get my friend up in the club. Now she ain't got no ID. Either I'm gonna pay this. I'm gonna keep it 100. Either you gonna pay this $100, extra $100 for her to get up in there, or you gonna do a favor.
Sometimes it was 50. If you look good enough, it's 50.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or you gonna do a favor for a favor.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it buck 100. I think people don't be.
If they wanted to get in that club bad enough, they was doing something strange for a piece of change. Look, if that club was popping enough, they was in there. Listen,
especially somebody hitting the stage. Now you trying to pack the house.
That's
what
crazy.
is everybody's job to do? Pack the house.
Yep, we don't care how old you are. We don't care. Just don't get caught. Listen, ain't on us.
Especially you, and you know what I'm saying. Especially if you knew that the house was getting a door. Because yes, this let you know I know about it, because sometimes the door money ain't going to the house. Sometimes it goes to the performer because he asked for that. You know what I'm saying? It depends on your deal. So quit playing with me. Yeah. We get that door money.
And especially the time. So now, depending on the time, it's not packed enough in here. Yeah, come on. And then you know how it always is. Ladies free till 12 or 1. Ladies basically always be free. Like, because they want y'all in there.
I remember one artist literally came in. He was in the club and he said, "It's not enough people because I can walk around." He said, I'm not supposed to be able to walk around. I was like, I'm looking. I'm a bar back.
On it packed.
I'm looking at you like, dog, I don't even like your music that much. Nigga, shut up.
Like, you wasn't going to get this place packed anyway.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because the business side of it, all right, you know what I'm saying? Let's, hit the radio, hit the airway. I got maybe 2 more hours before you hit the stage. Let me do what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Me as a bar back, I care, but I shouldn't care because the more people in here, the more I get paid.
Mm-hmm. We getting tips anyway. Listen, keep them coming.
So this is our lady. I ladies and gentlemen, I know. Y'all rocking with me. I appreciate it. Let's get into this one. Let's get into this.
Jaguar right. Yes, that Jaguar just pulled up to Diddy's trial in real life. Not a rumor, not a repost, not a tweet. This is actual footage. And if you've been following the Diddy drama for even 5 minutes, you know how wild this is about to get.
Diddy Combs, what are you feeling? What are you experiencing right now? How important is it for you to be here?
Paramount. There needs to be someone here who's been here all along. I've been waiting for this moment for 5 years, and here we are. And I'm praying that everyone remembers there are survivors, real life survivors. And I hope that everyone takes into account how necessary a true verdict.
Jaguar didn't just show up quietly either. Sis showed up with energy, with conviction, and she had a message for everybody watching. Because for the past few years, people have been calling her crazy, saying she's lying, saying she's just doing it for clout. Well, guess what? Now we're here. The trial.
If you've been in a car accident,
It's like YouTube know that I'm doing my show, y'all.
don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead.
That's what I did.
Is happening. And she's outside the courthouse like it's Judgment Day. This woman said she's been waiting 5 years for this moment. And now that it's here, she's not holding back a single word.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
I know you ready.
It's game time. No, I was just talking.
You live?
Yeah, I'm live. I'm just talking with my Instagram people regarding what a difference a year makes. And I was just thinking about my birthday last year. I woke up Friday morning, phone calls. Oh my God.
We just going over Jaguar because she was the first person that was really leaking out about Diddy parties, the freaks off, the after parties and things that was going on in Hollywood that wasn't right with artists getting signed and stuff.
I seen her. I think she
We
lying.
really going over, huh?
She lying?
She lying. She drunk.
Why you think she lying?
I think she's drunk. She be drunk and she just be talking. She trying to lock Diddy up.
At one point, I used to be thinking that too. I used to be like, she just bitter because whatever happened didn't go right for her in the industry, you know?
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff do be coming out to be true. So I'm like,
I mean, anybody could have told that they be having freaky parties. Anybody could say that. It ain't like she's dropping some new evidence. Like she just
Nobody was believing that all that Cassidy stuff was going on when
people
she was
believing that because a lot of people went to the Diddy party, so people know that happened. She ain't the only one that was there.
Okay, no. I understand what you're saying. They knew, and you totally correct. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about us, people that's not around that neighborhood. That's the message she was trying to talk to. Because without us even getting curious, there was nothing that she could do legally. Because you know what I'm saying, he's untouchable.
So she's snitching on the party, right?
Huh?
So she's telling on him, right? She want him locked up.
She talked about a lot of things. She talked about the industry and the dark side of the industry and things that we wouldn't like. I'm gonna bring up, like I was saying earlier about Mary J. Blige. She was talking about the leadership of Mary J. Blige and what she did around her little neck of the wood. Even when, now I do say this, and I do know this because I remember when she did get on stage with Jay-Z and she did that, and that was after her career was over. So we can't say that she hasn't been in the industry for a very long time, because even after her career, because remember, she was late 80s, early 90s. That was her career time. That's when she was, you know
what did she do? Who? I don't
she
really.
was a singer. She was a singer.
And what song did she sing? What's her song?
You know that song, sounds like a love song. Jay-Z song.
What
song? Cry, I think.
Yeah, Song Cry, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? That's not her song. That's Jay-Z's song.
No, it's Jay-Z's song, but it was her vocals.
Those her vocals. And then she did the live blueprint for him. But yet again, that was after her
So all
career.
she did was do a hook
she
on the song. That's it.
But she had an album.
What's her song? What's her song? Not Jay-Z song. What's
Hold
her
on,
song?
let me look it up.
She ain't got
like
no
I
damn song.
she dropped the song. It was before your time, ain't you? You was born in the 90s, right? Like I said, her album, her career time was in the late 80s, early 90s.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So why, since you ain't had a song since the late 80s, and you coming out snitching on P. Diddy for it, why? Why you hating on Diddy?
No, not just Diddy. It wasn't just Diddy, sir. It was the
So
industry.
she's snitching on more than Diddy.
Huh?
She trying to get more niggas locked up more than Diddy.
No, she just was trying to expose the industry.
I see here she
why?
Brian
Because
McKnight suing her for defamation of character.
Shit, what happened?
Brian McKnight is suing her for defamation character.
Yeah, because she be speaking on niggas' business. Like, just because you went to one party, you did one hook, like, just be quiet.
no, see,
you drunk. She's drunk. That's what it is. She's an alcoholic.
you are getting time and era mixed up from what she's been in and what she's been through. And I understand, like, to you, it doesn't matter. You just looking at the fact that she's trying to get a person locked up. I'm looking at it factual. The lady been in the industry for a very, very long time.
You can't say that, bro, because you only don't know no songs that she made.
That's because I'm not a fan of her. Of course, I don't know no songs.
You said she's been in the industry for a long time. How? What did she do in the industry?
She did a lot of backup songs and she goes live. Hold on, listen. Before you cut me off, she go on tour with people. That's mainly what she was doing during the 90s and the early 2000s. She was going on tour with people as they backup singers on stage.
So she's a backup singer.
She got
that's still in the industry. That's still in the industry.
She got an album out. 05, she came out with an album. 2014, 2011, 2014. Personally, I don't know what I might have heard the songs and just didn't know it was her. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say she was a good artist or she was the best artist either. That's not what we
work that she's done with other people.
It sounds like she's a failing artist and she ain't got nobody else to talk. She can't talk about her slaps, her hit records, so she want to talk about P. Diddy.
Yet again, you see how you see how you point at one person. That's not what we saying that she does. That's not the stories that when she's sitting down with these artists, because I done sat down on her and listened to her interviews, is not what she be talking about. She talk about the industry.
I hear you, but what I'm saying is she spoke bad on P. Diddy. Now Brian McKnight suing her. So it's like
that was 25
all
minutes
she's
ago.
doing is speaking bad on people, trying to steal money, trying to get money, trying to get dudes, black people locked up. It's like, take your drunk ass back to the 80s. You backup singer.
How do you feel like you backup singer?
All you is a backup singer. And don't nobody know none of your songs. Be honest. Anybody know any of her songs? Be honest.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That point doesn't matter.
I don't know her songs. I know all the songs she done with other people, and she did good with them. But I don't know her song.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's a felon artist, and the only way she could kind of get her name for herself, she could get some money, is by exposing P. Diddy and Brian McKnight and speaking bad on black people. And she's drunk and she's an alcoholic, so she's telling. It's called snitching.
So what is Cassidy doing?
She's snitching too. And I hope P. Diddy is innocent.
Interesting.
Like my nigga Tory was innocent.
Yeah, Tory. They
can't wait to get to that one.
On me.
Can't wait to get to that one.
I seen Chris Brown got locked up today.
Who?
Yes.
For what?
Breaking news. Chris Brown got locked up today for a fight that happened in 2023 in Manchester. So he all the way in another country. They done look it up, y'all. They done locked him up today in Manchester for a fight in 2023. They just want to lock up black people at this point.
Oh wow.
Look that one up. Chris Brown locked up right now, y'all. It's like they just trying to find any reason to lock up the black man. That's what it sounds like to me. And remember, I told you the other day, Bird Live, I said, is we're going against, I think we were talking about sports. I said, the black people are going against our oppressors, the industry, and we're going against black people as well. It's like an uphill battle. We're going against our own people and we're going against the enemies. It's sad.
Sure
We can't
did.
even click up and be on each other's side. We got to go against each other and the enemies.
Because y'all don't want to understand that everybody is different. Y'all want us to be in line like
I'm just saying,
slavery.
why can't we be on the same team? Why can't we be teammates? Why we got to be enemies?
Because we can be teammates, but understand that teammates with different ideas, then we can get along.
That's cool, but we still on each other's team. These people ain't on our team. Jaguar White trying to get P. Diddy locked up. Cassie trying to get. They gave her $20 million. What else does she want? They gave Cassie $20 million, and she's still taking a stand trying to get a nigga locked up. Like, what do you want? You was fucking. You was with
Oh no.
She was with
She had stop. In this case right here, Cassidy has no choice to go to court. She has no choice. She has to testify.
Why?
Because she got the $20 million. You are a prime witness to the feds trying to lock up P. Diddy. Because this is a Fed case.
So there you go. That's an example of the enemy trying to lock us up and our own people.
How? She has
no choice. It can't even be your girlfriend. Your girlfriend trying to get you locked up. That's
she's. I hate to defend her, but at this time, I'm just being honest. She is not the reason. Technically, at the point, like when her testimony, she's on the oath. She go to jail if she don't testify.
Okay, well, you'll come out and be rich. Like, where's the honor? Where's the honor?
What? So you want her to be locked up with a baby in jail?
Yep, and you get out and be a millionaire. What they gonna give you, life for not going to court? They're gonna give you about 30 days in jail, and you be out and millionaire. It's like we have no loyalty to each other, and it's really sad. We just so quick to throw each other underneath the bus. Like I said, we going against the enemy and our own people. It's crazy. It's like a lose-lose situation for us. And wonder why black people not really having nothing. Black people, you know what I'm saying, we doing bad. We like the poorest out of all the community. It's because we going against the oppressor and our own people. We got two fights we going against. And then the real ones, like myself, I always got to be fighting off fucking black people. Because the black people want to take us down just as much as the enemy. Like, they want to see us locked up. I don't know about y'all, but they say jail is the closest thing to hell. Why would you want to get this nigga life for having sex? Like, he didn't rape you. Keep it real. Yeah, he probably beat you up and killed. You gave me 20 million. 20 million. You could be okay. Any woman that ever got beat up by a dude, they will be okay with 20 million. They get straight up. Like, okay, yeah, he used to whip my ass, but I got 20 million. And let me go. And now I'm going by my business.
I ain't get a dime.
People like, most girls get beat up and don't get nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You getting whooped.
So take your 20 million. You already married. You already pregnant. Go about your business.
She wanna.
Yet again,
she wanna lock the black
she has no choice but to testify.
No, she has a choice. Like you said,
the state of New York gave her a subpoena. Said, hey, we need you to testify. If you don't testify, we're gonna lock you up.
Guess what, Bird Life? She could go in there and lie too.
That is true.
You know what? She could go in there and say, you know what? I don't think P. Diddy could be locked up. You know what? They paid me this $20 million. Yeah, he whooped my ass a couple of times. I whooped his ass a couple of times too. Fuck it, we even. I got my 20 million. It is what it is. She could go up there and say that.
But would that be tell the truth? Did she get locked up without telling the truth?
Man, that's the problem. You, like I said, we're going against our oppressor and we're going against our own people because
who is our oppressor?
You're talking about if she get locked up, that's our oppressor. So we're going.
I just know a human being don't behind bars at all. People like their freedom.
That's what I'm saying. They trying to take away our freedom and take away our money, take away our
Okay.
riches, black people. It's like they trying
Okay.
to get us,
What
bro.
freedom? Oh Lord, here we go. What freedom they trying to take away?
His freedom of being around and on the world. What do you mean? His
You
freedom,
talking about
like,
one? You talking about one person? You said
yeah, I'm
our
staying on the
freedom.
subject.
You said ours. That means all of us. What does
Yeah,
our freedom
because
have to do
first
with P Diddy?
because they did it to Chris Brown today. We got to work as a team. Look
Bruh,
the shit up. Hey, Capiche, look up
no.
Chris
Just
Brown
answer
today.
the question. What do they got to do with all of us? Because I'm still free.
Because they
And
trying to
you free.
lock us all up. And guess what,
For
brother?
what?
If
What
you
they trying
get
to lock us up for?
anything, they try to lock you. They try look up what Chris Brown. Please look it up. Chris Brown. They locked him up for some dumbass shit too.
I just sent it to you.
Chris Brown is in jail today. If I'm lying, then I'm flying.
I hear you, and nobody said that you was lying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Okay then. But yet again, you're not answering my question.
What's your question?
How are they trying to lock us up?
By giving us a RICO charge?
What that got
What
to
do
do
you
with
mean?
me and you? And
Oh, how they trying to lock up Burn Live in 7 days? Is that what you talk about? Me and you? Like literally me and you?
yes, how they trying to lock us up?
Once again, I'm staying on the subject, bro. You trying to talk about my personal life? What are you talking about? I thought we was talking about P. Diddy.
You said they trying to. You yet again. Your words is they trying to lock us up, meaning
Yeah,
not
us
just
black
them,
people.
all of us, right? Black people. And I'm
Right.
asking you, how they trying to lock up black people, sir?
Where they're giving us Ricos, bro. Young Thug just got out. Lil Durk is in jail. Chris Brown got locked up. Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby free, ain't he?
I'm just saying they locked him up. They locking everybody up. Yeah, he got out, but he got locked up.
Did he do it or not? Did these
No, he
people do these
didn't.
crimes or not?
No, he did not do that shit.
He did not do. Okay, so they locking up people innocently. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay.
like P. Diddy. He innocent. You can't go to jail for being freaky, bro. They say he hired prostitutes. Like,
Do you
nigga,
know
y'all
what
try.
Do you know what his charges are?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is his charges?
For one, did he have a RICO? Let's start there. A racketing, organized criminal organization, some shit like that. Racketeering, enterprise, criminal organization. Organized. They gave him a RICO. He's fighting life in jail just off of that one charge. He didn't do nothing where he needed to have a RICO, bruh. And then
So
it's an
you
organization.
hold on.
How he having an organization when he the only one fucking him, the girl, and a prostitute? What?
That's that's not what they that's not what they're trying to say. And you name what the RICO is, but you're not naming the charges that they're trying to prove. They're trying to say that he ran this as a business, not as a pleasure. And it was paid.
Not my guy, Breezy. Not Mr. Diesel is in loyal. Just hours after Chris Brown said free Tory Lanez, he gets locked up, you guys. This is a nasty, nasty game. Now, I'm not sure who's behind this arrest. We're not going to speculate. We're not going to put out any narratives out there.
My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to be a record today. That Rock Nation, you will crumble.
But Chris Brown was arrested early this morning in Manchester. This all stems from a 2023 nightclub assault in London. Now, Chris, come on, dog. You've been in the game for how many years now? Somebody from your team should have told you, hey, dog, we could go to Europe But let's just skip over London. You still got some shit over there that you never took care of. This was
Okay. For one, he made me think that he was locked up over here in America.
I said he was locked up in
Two,
Manchester.
He said overseas.
I for sure
yeah,
did.
you got locked up in a whole nother country for something you did in another country where their laws are different, right? They laws and whatever got going on over there has nothing to do with the laws that got going on over here in America. Sir, I
Yo,
thought he was locked up over here in America. That's how
I
you
never
had me
said that.
thinking.
I never said that. I never said
I
that.
see it. I get it. But he did something over there in a whole nother country.
They assuming that he did something.
Huh?
There's allegations that he did this. They trying to say that he hit somebody in the head with a bottle, him and his team, and kicked them in 2023. Today is 2025. Y'all just want to lock niggas up.
Okay. Yeah. You when you do something in another country, that's you in that other country. That's
But what I'm saying is, it's like a pattern with white supremacy. Like they just want to see black people in jail. Period. You don't have to be from America to want to see black people in jail. Especially our superstars, our celebrities, Chris Brown. Like they get clout off of that. Like, oh, that make their day. We done got Chris Brown. So
you think
that's all they trying to
you
do.
think
We
Chris
done got
Brown
P
is a role
Diddy.
model? You think Chris Brown is a role model?
I didn't say he was a role model.
I didn't say that you say he was. I'm asking you, do you think?
No, I don't think he's a role model, but I think he's a black man with a lot of success, and that's what they're after.
Oh, that ain't got nothing to do with me. He
I
not no
mean, guess
role model.
what?
He not no
Because it don't
leader.
got nothing to do with you now, but once you become successful and you become a millionaire, they gonna be after you too, bruh.
I don't go
And
in
I
other
ain't gonna be,
countries
and
break.
I ain't gonna be
I
that
wouldn't
type
go
of
to
nigga
another
that say,
country
"Yeah,
breaking their
lock up
laws.
Bird Life, lock him up, lock him up." I'm gonna say, "Nah, bruh, need to be free, bruh. Got it out the mud. We shouldn't be locking up Burn Life just
I
because he
wouldn't
became
go to
successful."
another. For one, I wouldn't go to another country breaking their laws. I
You don't
wouldn't.
need to. You could be right here in America.
I wouldn't break a law over here in America.
Man, stop playing. They,
I wouldn't give
bruh,
them the
what I'm telling,
opportunity.
they're lying on us, bro. You just love her. That's what I'm saying. See this, Marie? That's your name, right, sweetheart? Marie. This is what I'm saying. We're going after. We're going against our oppressor and niggas like him that just want to see us in jail. You know what I'm saying? We're going after
So,
both. We
what
fighting
makes
both
you
of
think I want to see everybody in jail?
them. Because we supposed to be on the same page. Talk about he free, or we need to get him free. We
I
need to.
don't. Hey, yo. No. If you're guilty of doing this stuff, I don't want you free. I don't want somebody that can go around here with baby oil, touching on people and knocking them out and doing what he want to do and thinking that is okay. And now I can't get a girl because everybody thinking that every guy on the earth is gonna P Diddy down. I don't want any girl to look at me like, "Oh, are you gonna P Diddy me or R.
The
Kelly? Which
baby on you
one?"
out. You just want a back rub. She think you about to do some Diddy stuff.
You know. I don't want that. We should want a society that is clean. People that do harm and bad things. I Yet again, this is like what I was talking to the guys on Toktik in that group. Like I'm so tired of y'all looking at that doggone colors of y'all skin and think like, oh, like stop doing that. Because as soon as y'all do that, we miss so much. Like, please stop doing that. Because if y'all want to do that, as soon as somebody say, like the dude got offended about, go to another country, then you get offended. He got offended, and I understand he got offended because he fought for this country. You know what I'm saying? Fought for this
You
country.
see how
Yet
that's
again,
like I
yet-
like going there because I learn stuff, but then too, it's so controversial. Like just everything.
man, like that's why I led off with the phrase, I believe that y'all fighting the wrong fight. Y'all really don't be trying to fight the enemy. Y'all be fighting other people.
Yeah,
And in this
but
same situation, in this same matters, to get back on subject so we don't throw him off, the real fight when it comes to something like this, yeah, bro, I'm against anybody that falls up under this category, which what P Diddy is falling up under. Yet again, I want to know who groomed P Diddy. I want to go find him, whoever that person is. I hope he's still alive.
So grown P Diddy?
Yeah.
What do you mean grown him?
Okay, P Diddy used to be an internship just like anybody else
oh,
back in the early '80s or
Andre
late
Harrell,
'70s.
Andre Harrell, yeah, Andre Harrell is the one who was like brought him
Yeah,
outside.
like that, yeah, like these people back then they groomed like, bro, all that need to stop.
I don't like
Yeah,
the word
this
groomed. What do you mean by groomed him?
you're gonna have. Do you know what the meaning in grooming? The
I mean,
definition of grooming?
break it down because when you say in the room groomed, how do you groom a nigga?
You raise him. You raise him to be of the image you want him to be.
So that's your daddy.
Andre Harrell was his daddy. He got him, and Andre Harrell is a fruit
If
pop. So
okay,
Andre Harrell is his daddy. Is that what y'all saying?
no.
not daddy, but like brought him out, raised him up in the industry.
Raise him up in the industry. How does that sound?
That sounds truthful.
It
Don't
don't
most
sound
art,
truthful, bro.
sir? Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
And I know you from a younger generation, so just answer this. Don't most artists start in the game at a very young age?
Most of them. Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes, yes. Can you say majority of the youth that's in this industry is young? They say this is a young industry.
Yes, I agree to that.
Okay, then. So therefore, before you make it big and think that you're finna make it big and make all the big bucks and go on tour and do all this stuff, because yet again you get signed, they groom you into the type of artist they want you to become.
But P Diddy is not no rapper.
But P Diddy is a high influencer. Everybody wanted to be around P Diddy.
I hear
Yet
you, but you
again, he
said they
mostly.
groomed him
Yet again,
as
hold
he's
on, let me
getting.
finish. What we mean by grooming is most of the people that he talked to and he worked up under, he started them off at 15, 14, 16 years old at a very young age.
But is that the case with P Diddy? No.
Yes, P Diddy started in this game at a very young
No, P
age.
Diddy went to college and everything, bro. What are you talking about? Facts. P Diddy went to college and everything. He started working with Biggie Smalls. When did he get groomed? After he was a grown man?
Biggie Small was not P Diddy's first artist, sir.
I'm saying, listen. P
No,
Diddy went to
listen.
college.
College, they're still young. You're still young
I'm
and
saying you're
dumb.
over 21 years old.
You're still young.
Okay, but you're over 21 years old.
I
And then he
get it.
started working with Biggie. So when
No,
did
it did.
somebody
No, he did
groom
not
him?
just first start working with Biggie. You missing a lot of his life that you just skipping over.
Well,
And
because
matter
I'm
of
so
fact, you
quick to
skipping over the
defend our
grooming part
people.
of his life. Cause you say, oh, he's in college, he went right to Biggie. No, he did not. You forgetting about Total, you forgetting about Mary J. Blige.
Biggie was before all that.
Huh?
Biggie was before that.
Was Craig Mack before Biggie or after?
Craig Mack was before Biggie.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you said this dude was like his daddy. He groomed him. When did that happen?
Probably while he was in college, while he was doing his internship. Because remember, he was an internship first.
So as a grown man in college, you let another nigga groom you?
Oh my God.
If he want to make it in the industry, that's what a lot of them got to do.
Well, I wish you would want to be a rapper. I wish he wanted to be.
Why you want me to be? Why if I could go to jail, you want me locked up too?
No, that's
you can
not
see
the
how they
point.
gonna
That's not
try
the
to
point of
groom
what we're trying to say, bro. That is not the point right there. Okay, I'm being honest with you. That's not the point. The point of what we're saying is these other grown men, yes, before they got big in the industry, before they got their feet on the ground, had to run and do errands for other people.
Okay,
Yes.
well, I guess, bro. He's saying he got groomed. Okay, you can have that. I'm saying P Diddy is innocent right now. You feel me?
You have the right to say he's innocent because he's innocent until proven guilty. That's
Right.
why they got to prove that he's guilty.
So what? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you something. What do you know about the RICO?
What do I know about the RICO Act?
Yeah.
I know that they're trying to prove in court that he ran this as a industry, that he was getting paid off of this. This wasn't just for pleasure.
He was getting paid off of what?
Sexual acts.
Yeah.
That's why it's trafficking.
He's the billionaire. Who is paying him for sexual acts?
No, that he's like basically pimping.
Pimping?
That he's running
Are you guys not watching the trial? Because I am.
Bro, you act like we can't go up in the trial, bro. So ain't nobody sitting there watching the trial. Ain't nobody sit up in there. You not.
I am.
What I'm saying is I'm updated on. This is the third day of trial. I've been watching it on my YouTube, and they're talking about it. And what they're doing right now. That's what.
Okay,
right.
That's the whole point of what I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
Hey, you just
we're
prove what I'm saying.
updated on what's going on
Nobody's
inside the
in.
courts.
It's not like they got. Do they got cameras in the court?
They don't got cameras, but they got people reporting what's going on and what she's saying.
Thank you. So we all doing the same thing. We're listening
I
from
hear
the
you.
reports of what's happening in court.
Okay, so the report is that Cassie is in trial right now, up in there pregnant. This is her third day on the stand, right? And she is telling the jury on how P. Diddy used to, have free calls and how they was doing sexual acts.
Yes.
But she never said that P. Diddy is pimping her out.
That's not what they're trying to prove right now.
That's what you just said.
Huh?
That's what you just said. You just said he's pretty much pimping her out.
No,
I did not say nothing about pimping her out. I didn't.
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
That's what she said. Okay, you said that. Somebody said that. You said that he's pimping her out. And that's not the case. All he is doing, all P. Diddy is doing is this. Look, he a rich dude. He a billionaire. He got his girlfriend with him.
And he's just paying for kinky fetish.
Yeah, and they paying for kinky fucking freak offs.
But that's not what they're
you don't
trying. Yet
deserve to go to
again,
jail for life.
that's what you're getting out of. But that's not what they're trying to prove.
Well, that's what
Yet
Cassie
again,
said.
what they're trying to
and
prove
that's
and
what I'm
what
saying.
you.
You're on the police side. I'm on the
No,
defense
I'm
side.
just going with what they're trying to prove, sir.
I get you, but
Quit saying I'm
more
on somebody's side. You don't even know whose side I'm on. You never asked that
do.
question, and I never answered that question. So don't say whose side I'm on because you don't know.
It's clear that you're on the police side. It's clear you're on the police side, bro.
How am I clearly on the police side? All I'm just saying is what is factual, period.
Oh, and I'm telling you what's factual because you ain't even watching
And
the
what
trial.
they're trying to prove in court. That's all I just said is what they're trying to prove in court.
Okay, so you're talking about what they're trying to prove in court, and I'm talking about the defense in court. So that just lets me know you're on their side and I'm on the defense side. Correct?
No, because you keep pointing at Because yet again, I'm looking at a side. I'm not looking at a side. I'm just looking at it right down the middle. Yet again, he could be innocent. I don't know.
All right, so what did you hear about the defense side then, since you're right in the middle?
What I heard about the defense side.
Yeah, since you right in the middle, what did the defense say?
How they trying to prove that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know because you're on the police side.
Because I'm on the police side.
You know that side, though. You for sure know that side.
I don't know their side. How do I know the police side?
Okay,
I
so
only know
you
what I
tell us
hear.
because honestly, I only be hearing about what he did. I haven't heard about his defense yet. What is
You
his
know
defense?
why, sweetheart? Is because the reason why y'all haven't heard about the defense is because y'all now updated on the trial because they talking about it today and I just listened to it today. That's how I knew about the Chris Brown shit that happened today. I'll be watching this shit.
Okay, and I just hopped on her too, and I just started
So, and I'm
today.
letting y'all know on the defense side, right? They're saying that all they're doing is partying. They literally did. His defense team literally said all they're doing is partying. He's not going to jail for domestic violence, so y'all can't say like, "Oh, he's guilty for domestic violence" because he's not going. That's not his charge. Y'all
Oh,
trying to give
okay.
him
Hold
a
on, hold on.
RICO.
So I do
Y'all trying
remember
to
what
give
they
him a
said
RICO,
yesterday.
and
They
he did
said
not.
forget.
He ain't doing nothing but having a freak party. That's not what a RICO is. You can't give this dude a RICO and say he need to do life in prison just because he's having sex with his girlfriend and they hiring a prostitute to have a threesome. That's not nothing that you're supposed to go to jail for life
So
for.
now, with that
That's
being
not a
said,
RICO act, and I
don't
agree with you. That is true.
feds,
That's not a RICO act.
like, don't the feds gotta have enough stuff to even come at you on RICO?
Yeah.
Don't they already gotta have enough to do
Well,
that?
no, they don't have to have enough. They just got to have probable cause to come at you, to have enough evidence.
Yeah.
Because yet again, he's innocent to proven guilty. So if he's innocent and all the evidence that they bring to Diddy, and the jury still say he's innocent, obviously they had enough, but it wasn't enough to prove him guilty.
Look at what happened to Young Thug. They put a RICO on Young Thug and they just made up some fucking fake ass shit. Talk about YSL is a gang. It ain't even a gang. It's a record label. And Young Thug got out of jail because they tried to give him a RICO. They tried to give him life for some shit that he didn't even do. That's what I'm saying. It's all a systemic issue to lock up the black man.
But hold on, but that a black woman went after him. So
Yeah,
that wasn't
because
even a
remember I
system.
told you
That was
earlier we're
somebody
going against our
specifically went after
oppressors.
him.
But I told you
Huh?
we're going against our oppressors and we're going against our own people. I told you that already.
That
So
makes no
yes, they
sense to
can
me.
use a black woman to try to lock up a black man. Yeah, because they know we got a whole bunch of goofy ass niggas that's going against us.
Okay.
So let's find a goofy nigga that will go against the black people and say, "Oh, but look, it's black on black people."
So Fanny's not smart. She's goofy. She's dumb. She's not intelligent.
Very
She's
goofy. She
not
lost her
ahead of the
court,
DA.
and she
She's
tried to
not
lock
ahead
up
of the
Trump.
DA of Atlanta.
Yep, and they try to lock up Trump. That shit didn't work either. Yeah, just because you black don't make you smart.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so they try to do it against Trump, and she lost that too. And look at what happened with Donald Trump and Lakeitha Jackson. Donald Trump to put a charge on her motherfucking ass. Now I don't know if y'all updated on this shit. He didn't investigate her ass now.
That she did that to herself. If
No, he
this
didn't. She
true,
did not investigate herself, bro.
bro. So she don't live in Virginia. Why she's saying she living in New York with her fingerprints, her signature on the deed saying that
Yeah,
she
but
live
what
in
I'm saying
Virginia.
is Donald Trump and them, the FBI and them, put that on her. Like, oh, let's look into you now. Since you looking into us, let's look into your ass.
Yeah,
But
you
yet
gotta
again,
know.
she did. But okay, the question is, she did a crime that
She
she
didn't even do
tried to
no
lock
crime.
up Trump for.
She didn't do a crime. All she did was like some number shit. It's not like a real crime.
No, bro, you cannot live in Virginia and have state of residence in New York and run for New York and live
Well,
in
guess
Virginia.
what? She's been doing that for hella years until Donald Trump got pissed off and said, "Let's look into her ass."
Yet again,
But you can't have multiple cribs.
You can't. The thing is, when you run for office, you can't have residence in other states. You can't say I live here in Virginia and then say I'm fin to run for New York.
And yeah, and you see how petty that sound for us to lock you up for? Donald Trump got petty. He was like, "Oh, y'all want to fuck with me? So let me find some little shit on y'all and lock y'all motherfuckers up."
Y'all took $55
Since we all
million
being petty,
from me.
let's be petty.
Y'all took 500. Y'all, I paid. How much did I have to pay for this? Lucky I had to come out of pockets. Instead of me campaigning, I had to go to court and come out of pocket. Instead of me doing whatever I wanted to do that had nothing to do with you over there in New York, I had nothing to do with that for real. I had good business because everybody said it when the court said it was good business. But yet again, I still had to come out of pocket. Yet again, you did the exact same thing I did. But yet again, you don't want nothing to happen to you. But something happened to me.
But that's my point. That's exactly my point. They was being petty with Trump, so Trump was being petty with them. And Lakeitha Jackson is a black woman, and they know we got certain black people they can use.
She campaigned on locking up
They
Trump.
got a certain type
Bro,
of black.
did she or did she not campaign on locking up Trump?
Yeah, but guess what? That's what I'm telling you. We got certain black people that ain't good either, that we're going against too. So you talk about the lady in Atlanta, she just like Lakeitha Jackson. These are the same type of bitch. Whitewash motherfuckers. Whitewash.
There's no such thing.
Niggas. So we're going against our oppressor and we're going against some of these whitewash niggas.
Yeah, I gotta quit looking at them colors. Unfortunately, y'all, I gotta cut this one short. I do gotta handle some other business. This has been one of the best lives ever. Until next time. Until next time.
So when we going Tory?
Huh?
When we gonna talk about Tory?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
I got you.
Tory, he innocent too.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna put that in the title. I'm put that in the title. I got us tomorrow.
Innocent.
I don't like Carl.
I got y'all. Till next time. We out. Peace.
Bye.